Welcome back, everyone, to R.M.Aviation. Today we'll be discussing the Virgin Qatar tie-up and the final or the latest information regarding it. So let's get started. The ACCC is proposing to grant authorization to Virgin Australia and Qatar Airways, which will allow them to engage in cooperative conduct under the Integrated Alliance for 5 years. Virgin Australia and Qatar Airways are seeking authorization to engage in an integrated alliance where Virgin Australia, in partnership with Qatar Airways, will commence 28 new weekly services return between Doha and Perth, Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. Under the proposed arrangements, Virgin Australia would use Qatar Airways aircraft and crew to operate these new services. This is known in aviation industry as wet leasing arrangements. The ACCC considers the proposed cooperation conduct is likely to result in public benefit and is unlikely to result in any public detriment. We consider that the proposed cooperation conduct would likely result in several public benefits, including providing enhanced products and services for air travellers, which would include increased choice of international flights with additional connectivity, convenience and loyalty program benefits for consumers, ACCC Commissioner Anna Brackley said. The new air services are subject to final regulatory approvals by the ACCC and other government bodies. The ACCC is now seeking feedback on this draft determination before making its final decision. The ACCC granted interim approval or authorization to Virgin Australia and Qatar Airways on the 29th of November 2024 to enable them to commence marketing and selling the new Australia to Doha services. When granted interim approval, the ACCC accepted the court-enforceable undertaking from both airlines, which ensures that if any of the necessary final regulatory approvals are not granted, then customers who have been booked proposed new services will be given the option of a refund or reaccommodation on a suitable alternative flight with no additional charge and would be compensated for any reasonably foreseeable costs. A number of interested parties have since raised concerns with the ACCC that the proposed cooperative conduct would circumvent Australian workforce laws and regulations, and that the lack of time limits on the use of the Qatar-based crew to operate the new services will have negative implications for the Australian aviation workforce. We consider that Virgin Australia is unlikely to commence operations long-haul international services between Australia and the Middle East on a standalone basis in the next 5 years, Ms. Brackley said. In those circumstances, we do not consider that it is likely for the material detriment to impact on the Australian aviation workforce as a result of the conduct. Under the proposed agreement, the Velocity frequent flyer members will be able to continue to earn and redeem Velocity points on Singapore Airlines operated services globally, including to and from Europe, the Middle East and Africa. Virgin Australia's arrangements with South African Airways and Virgin Atlantic would be unchanged. The ACCC is seeking submissions in response to the draft determination by the 7th of March 2025 before making its final determination. Please tell me what you think about this, and this is all we know so far, so please stay tuned and leave a comment. Thank you.